Hey YouTube, Son of Sanguinius here, and today we're going to be continuing our Blood Angels Tactics videos by going over Lemartes, the Guardian of the Lost. So without further ado, he comes in at 130 points. He is Weapon Skill 5, Ballista Skill 4, Strength 4, Toughness 4, 2 wounds, Initiative 6, 2 attacks, Leadership 10, with a 3-up armor save. For war gear, he has Power Armor, a Bolt Pistol, Frag and Crack Grenades, a Jump Pack, and a Rosarius. For special rules, he has Feel No Pain, Fury's Charge, Independent Character, Rage, Relentless, and Zealot. He also has Guardian of the Lost. Lemartes can only join a Death Company squad. And Fury Unbound. The first time Lemartes loses a wound, add 1 to his strength and attacks for the remainder of the game. He also has a Relic of Baal, the Blood Crozius, which is a Strength plus 2, AP 4, melee concussive mastercrafted. So basically, it's just a mastercrafted Crozius Arcanum. So, Lemartes. A lot of people like him. A lot of people don't usually take him. But Lemartes is more or less a chaplain on steroids. He's a chaplain that has, sort of fallen to the Black Rage, but he hasn't, completely been consumed by it. He's, still somewhat conscious, which is why he has, the Death Company special rules, which are Feel No Pain, Rage, Relentless, that sort of thing. So looking at Lemartes, honestly, he's not going to be as useful as something like a Death Company chaplain taken from Angel's Blade, but frankly, that's not really why you take him. Lemartes, as a character, is more geared toward that sort of, HQ elite removal type deal. So in other words, what you're giving up for the for something like the Rites of Blood with the Death Company chaplain is someone else who is basically a chaplain that comes with the same rules as regular Death Company do. Someone who's going to do a lot more work in close combat. So looking at Lemartes, this is just sort of a little tidbit to mention here. There was something posted on 1D Fortune that I thought was quite interesting, and that is combining Lemartes as is with the Primaris psychic power of the Sanguinary Discipline in the Blood Angels Codex, called the Quickening. And so let me just flip to that real quick here, because I do want to read it out. So the Quickening, it's Warp Charge 1. It's a blessing that targets either the Psyker or a single friendly character within 12 inches of the Psyker. Whilst the power is in effect, the target has the Fleet special rule and plus D3 initiative and attacks. You roll once for both. So let's just assume for a second that Lemartes is reduced to 1 wound. So immediately he gains the Fury Unbound, which adds 1 to his strength and attacks for the remainder of the game. So he's at 1 wound, so right now he would be at Strength 5, 3 attacks at Initiative 6. Now let's assume, just for a second, that you got a Psyker, and he only knows the Sanguinary Discipline, but he knows the Quickening, and he casts the Quickening on Lemartes. So that's plus D3 initiative and attack. So let's say you get rookie, you roll a 5 or a 6, right? Plus D3 initiative and attacks. So that means on the charge, Lemartes is going to be weapon skill 5, strength 8, initiative 9 with, let's see, oh dear, how many attacks? That's at least 6 attacks, strength 8, initiative 9, at least. It's pretty crazy, the combo you can do there with Lemartes. Obviously, the downside is he's not AP 3, but he's probably going to be hitting on 3s or 4s, wounding on 2s most likely. And he does have Feel No Pain, so he does have a little bit more resiliency and a 4-up invuln due to his Rosarius. So overall, I think Lemartes can be a decent HQ. Excuse me, he's not an HQ. He's an elite choice in the Blood Angels Codex for some reason or another. But regardless, I do think he can be a decent character, rather. And for me personally, I do have Lemartes as a model, but I tend not to take him in games that are under 2,000 points, simply because Before, with something like the Ball Strike Force, you know, most of my elite slots were already sort of filled, and there really wasn't any room for them. With the introduction of the Lost Brotherhood Strike Force, where you need a Death Company command, Lemartes is one of the command choices you can take, and then you take a regular Death Company Strike Force with that to make a Lost Brotherhood Strike Force. So I do take Lemartes in there, mainly just for, you know, fun, and so there isn't so much redundancy. It is always nice to have sort of a named character in there just to sort of spice things up. So anyway, that's really, you know, all the thoughts I have right now on Lemartes. He's a cool character, can be good in close combat. He's not an HQ choice, and he takes up an elite slot. So unless you're taking him in the Lost Brotherhood Strike Force, he may or may not be worth it depending on your list. So anyway, that's all I got for this video. Feel free to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next video.